toxicity, chaos, and motherfucking drama. Let's get into it, y'all.
She was doing her thing, thinking about herself, and I was doing my thing, thinking about only me. A lot of people just get married just because they want to have a ring or they want to shit on somebody else that ain't married in their little friend group or whatever. Or, my ex-marriage, I did cheat, and I was unhappy, and I went outside the marriage. Hey.
So you was doing a lot of bobbing and weaving.
It was some bobbing and weaving. There was some Mace moments, some crazy domestic type stuff, all kind of stuff.
What?
It's Red.
It's Tay.
How y'all doing today? All right, welcome back, you guys. This is part 2 of the conversation that we had. Your group chat's buzzing like crazy, okay? We talked about toxic love. We talked about healthy love, cheating, kids, accountability, all the uncomfortable things that y'all swear that is not going on in your lives, okay? Baby girl Tay.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So today we have a special guest, Frank Lucas, y'all. He's a father, entrepreneur, and a husband, y'all. And he's basically gonna get into everything we was talking about in part 1. Toxicity, chaos, and motherfucking drama. Let's get into it, y'all. Look, let's get into it.
All right, so I just want to let this be clear that we are not digging or stabbing at anybody. If this is your life, baby, this is your life. If the shoe fits, wear it, okay? Mr. Lucas, when did you first realize that your marriage had turned toxic?
Probably about 2 or 3 months before I got married.
Wow. So 2 or 3 months. And what made you still step into that?
I had 2 daughters at the time, and I wanted to give them the family that I didn't have, father and mother in the household together. So, but before I got married, I knew I shouldn't have got married. I didn't want to get married, but if it wasn't for my kids, then I wouldn't have did it to begin with. But I tried to make it work.
That is very true. That's a lot of growth for you to be able to talk about that. I appreciate you for that.
So basically, everything that happened, did it just automatically blow up, or did it kind of slowly creep in?
Oh, it was definitely a gradual thing. It was a lot. We had a lot of problems before I got married. So once we got married, and I recommend nobody get married if they ain't fix their problems before they get married, because the problems just amplified once we got married. So they didn't go nowhere. We just got married and then had a whole bunch of problems as soon as we got married. Okay. So, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse because we never fixed the problems in our relationship before we got married.
So when you say that, was it arguing, distance, control, cheating, disrespect? What was your main cycle in that relationship?
It was a little bit of all of that.
Goddamn.
Distance, we just started growing apart because we both ended up acting like 2 single people in a relationship, if that makes sense. So she was doing her thing, thinking about herself, and I was doing my thing, thinking about only me. And then we had the kids together, but we wasn't really a team at all. Mm-hmm. It was just, I made sure I took care of everything. She just did whatever she wanted to do. It was just not really a team, and I just started getting tired of it. Kept talking to her about it and trying to get her to get on my page, but she was trying to just be, all she wanted was just to be a married person. And that's her goal. That was she wanted. That was she got. So after that, it was just no more work after that.
Do you feel like it was all about the title for her, or?
She's wanted a family. She never had a family before, so she wanted a family. I gave her that, and that's all she thought. But it wasn't, we was young, and it was just nobody really knows how much work you got to put in a marriage until you get in a marriage. But at that point, it's too late. You need to know how much work it's going to be before you get into it. Because most people ain't ready to do the work that a marriage comes with.
What's something you didn't realize was harmful until later on?
getting married for the wrong reasons. Like I said, getting married, I got married because we had kids, but I should have never did that. Like, the kids is cool. Like, you want to do everything right for your kids. You want them to have the relationship that you didn't have, but going into something just because of that ain't gonna do nothing but hurt them in the long run. And now that's what it did, because we got divorced, we moved different states, now we got kids back and forth, but it is what it is. If we wouldn't have just did what we had to do before then we wouldn't have never had them problems.
Completely understanding. You talk about the kids. How do you think that affected your children in a sense?
Honestly, I thought it was gonna affect my kids way more than it did. That's why I say, like, I shouldn't have did it for the kids, because it didn't affect my kids as much as I thought it was, because they was fine. I mean, to them, you know, they get 2 Christmases, they get 2 households, and but of course, I'm a totally active father, so I'm gonna see my kids. It ain't like they not seeing me or something like that. I see my kids, you know, they live with me now, so I make sure that I see them. So it wasn't really like they had too much change, other than the fact that we lived in 2 different households, but we still made sure they was good. So as long as that aspect in it, like, the kids will be fine. Like, but they'll be worsely affected if they seeing you argue all the time, fighting all the time. That affects them worse than just living in 2 different households.
All right, and could you explain from your perspective on basically how it is to get married in this generation?
This generation is different. I mean, I looked out this time now that I'm married, but before, a lot of people just get married just because they want to have a ring, or they want to shit on somebody else that ain't married in their little friend group or whatever, or they want to just have the little title, or be on social media showing their ring and all. It ain't even about like what it needed to be about. But now it's just about who got what and what got what, and it's just hard these days to find anybody for real that's genuine and don't just want you just because you could do something for them.
Because do you feel like, how can I basically say it? Do you feel like nowadays it's on some like gold digging type stuff, like a woman just
like,
married just so they can have money in their pocket?
That's major. That's like, to me, that's like 85% of people these days for real. Just especially, sorry, but females is like just. What can you do for me? 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 It ain't never like, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
What can we do for each other? It's what can you do for me? What can you do for me? And a lot of the time, the men get the short end of the stick, because we are natural like givers, providers. That's just how we bred. If I'm gonna be with somebody, I'm gonna make sure you good. But at the end of the day, who making sure I'm good? Just me or both of us?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So, do you feel like your current marriage, you have that, what you were looking for, in the sense of you guys both look out for each other, or do you still feel like it's somewhat the same?
No, it's totally different, really, because I'll give you an example. Like, when I had a business before, when I was married. Before, I was selling shoes and stuff like that, and I kept asking her, promote my shoes. I'm selling shoes. You got all kind of dudes following you. They're like, promote the stuff on your page. Just post it on your page. Never. Not one time did she post it on her page. Not even though I'm bringing that money into the house and you spending it, but you won't help me promote it. But my wife now, you already know, like, she'll come out there and work with me, come out there and tear up stuff and like promote and give me jobs and stuff. Like, it's more so a partnership than just me trying to go out there, hustle, make money to bring it to the house for you to spend it. So,
all right, let's talk about something. And I want you to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. You hear me? Tell the truth and nothing but the truth. When you look back now, what did you did in your relationship that came off as like toxic?
Oh, my ex-marriage, I did cheat, and I was unhappy, and I went outside the marriage, and I wish I never would have did that, because it didn't do nothing but cause problems. If I could go back and change it, I just would have got a divorce and called that marriage the end of that instead of doing what I did and left it be. Because me cheating didn't do nothing but bring a whole bunch of drama and a whole bunch of like fights and all kind of stuff. I mean, it didn't affect my kids because they never knew nothing about it, but between me and her, it could have just been, you know, a cordial, just we ain't working and let's just part ways. Other than the worst part about it, I would if I could take that back, I would do that. But I did go that route, which ain't the best decision I've ever made.
So you was doing a lot of bobbing and weaving.
It was some bobbing and weaving. There was some mace moments, some crazy domestic type stuff, and all kind of stuff.
What?
It was some crazy stuff.
Mace moments. I'm a little confused. Which
yeah, because I mean, I had my ex-wife, and then the girl that I was cheating with found out about the ex-wife, and then next thing you know, I'm at work and she popped up in my work, maced me in the parking lot, police, all kind of junk. Like it was a lot. So that was like maybe I should have just got a divorce, you know. But you live, you learn. I mean, I learned from that, and now I ain't got to deal with that situation. I ain't got to deal with that.
That's good.
Oh, my eyeballs and face did. That was that was the first time I've been made. So first and last. I'm cool with not having that happen again. You know.
You hear that, Mary?
You don't mess with women. You know. They do some things if they need to do some things.
What's something that you didn't realize was harmful until later on?
I've never been a type to freaking like worry about my own mental for real, like when it came to relationships, but not worrying about my mental and my feelings in the relationship was definitely harmful, because I just like pushed to the side until it was to the point where I didn't even want to be at home. Like I used to stay at work and get extra hours just so I wouldn't have to go home. So, but if I would have just cared about myself and like really like shared myself and let her know this is what's going on, or let's go to counseling or whatever, like stuff probably could have got fixed, but it is what it is. Too late to get fixed now. I want it to be fixed. We're good to go.
All right.
You want to go ahead? Ask the question, girl. Go ahead.
What was the hardest thing you had to? What was the hardest thing that you had to admit to yourself about how you showed up in the relationship?
Nothing really. I'm good at admitting stuff, but I had to admit to myself that I had to make myself be okay with leaving my kids. That's all.
That's the hardest thing.
That was the hardest part for me, because my kids is everything to me. So leaving them was like the biggest thing. Like I don't like being away from them at all, but it was definitely the hardest part and the thing that I had to make myself do. But in the long run, my kids still good, so it shouldn't have been that hard to do it.
So do you feel as though your kids were a big part as to why you stayed in your toxic relationship for so long?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you know how connected I am with my kids. Like my kids number one in my life. So like them leaving them, especially when they move like far away, that was the hardest thing. But you already know I'm driving 12 hours, 13 hours. I'm going to see my baby. So it is what it is.
And would you say, like, all right, so would you say, you know, like staying for the kids, like, is it worth still going through all the toxicness, the chaos? Like,
no, staying for the kids is probably the worst decision you would make, because you're not helping the kids. Because all they seeing is you and they mama fussing, fighting, arguing. And then when they get old and get a relationship, they gonna think that's what they supposed to do. So just because you left don't mean you gonna hurt the kids. Yes, it's gonna hurt them because y'all not in the same house, but as long as you still active in their life, they gonna be fine. I promise you they gonna be fine. My kids are perfectly fine. They don't have no problem. They know they gonna see me every day. They gonna see me every birthday, every event. I'm gonna be there. Little school recitals. If I gotta take a plane, I'll be there. So it ain't nothing that I'm missing for real. So other than the fact that they not seeing a toxic relationship now.
you know, and that's good, because most of the time a lot of people, you know, be like, man, fuck them kids. I'm not gonna go through this. You know what I'm saying? But
or some people still stick it out, and then their kids see that, and as their kids get older, they think that oh, this is okay because my mom and dad went through it.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of girls who go through seeing their mother or their father being abused in the relationship, and then they think it's okay to do it to their spouse or have it done to them from their spouse.
And ain't nothing but a repeated cycle, and you know, gotta break that.
Gotta break it. Yes, that is definitely something major. Breaking those toxic cycles in your family. So, what is something that your ex did contribute to that toxic environment that you feel is like it was just a major one that made you be like, dang, okay, I'm looking at my kids. No, this can't work.
It wasn't really what she did contribute. It was what she didn't contribute that made me feel a certain way. Like it wasn't like I said, she was mostly being a single person in a marriage. Like, and I'm not saying like cheating or something like that, but single as in like all her decisions was based off what she wanted, what she felt, what she wanted to do, or anything like that. It wasn't like, oh well, as a collective, let's talk about this. So it was about, you know, her and her friends, or me giving her money to go do this or go do this, and it wasn't really about me and her. It was just about her.
Okay. And when did you first notice that the kids were noticing?
I honestly don't know if they noticed, because we didn't do a lot in front of them. So I always been the type, my mom, she never like argued with my dad in front of us or nothing. Like a lot of stuff that they went through, I never even knew until she told me later on when I was grown.
Yeah.
So like arguing in front of the kids, I don't do that kind of stuff. Like they don't need to know all your problems because they ain't got nothing to do with them. They just need to be kids and stay kids as long as possible. They got 18 years to be a kid and the rest of their life to be an adult. So let them be kids as long as possible. So I don't really think it affected them as much as like the background of it, because they didn't really know. But in my mind, it was like, I'm thinking that they're going to be affected by this. But they really wasn't, though, for real. Because they really didn't even know nothing was going on until the next thing you know, we was getting a divorce.
Alrighty now. So I know you were talking about your divorce. I got a question for you. Because you know you said that you cheated, right? So once you cheated, was it hard for you to stop cheating afterwards?
With that same person? I only cheated with that one person. And of course, it was easy for me to keep cheating because the female that I was cheating with was giving me the things that I wanted in my marriage. I wasn't getting, ain't like I was just out there cheating just to be cheating. Like, she was giving me the shit that I thought I wanted in the marriage that I wasn't getting from my wife. And so I just kept doing it. I mean, like I said, if anything, I should have just left. And if I was gonna be with the other chick, then just be with the other chick. But it just made everything. Now I got two females that want to box my head in. So it didn't make it no better. It didn't make nothing good about it. But
right. Yeah. But you ain't cheating currently though, right? Everything.
No, ain't no cheating. I'm happy with
what about
it.
what about when it came up to what a lot of men don't consider micro cheating cheating, and what we say when we say micro cheating is as simple as texting and entertaining females, giving them that feeling of there's somebody special when they wake up and when they go to bed. So do you say that you contributed in that micro cheating even after that marriage when it came up to other relationships?
I think like cheating is just cheating, but like women came up with the micro cheating and stuff. But to me, like texting females or like just entertaining females, like that has no emotion, no feelings. Like we really don't even care about that person. Like it's nothing.
So
like when you emotionally into it with somebody, that's like you out of there. You don't even care about the person you with. You really with that person. But with just talking to somebody, yes, it's cheating. You shouldn't be doing it. But I'm saying like it's not the same as a woman going to talk to another dude. When y'all start talking to another dude, it's emotional. Y'all got y'all feelings into it. Like y'all really like this person for y'all to stop talking to go out on your relationship. So for a man talking to a woman, it literally means nothing just to be talking to.
So why do it?
It just happens. I don't know exactly why. I ain't gonna say I know why it happens, but I know it's like no emotion behind it. Like I can talk to that person tomorrow and not give a fuck about her the next day. Like But the person that you with is the person that you gonna be with. That's the person you love. That's the person you care about. Like,
if you're with your spouse and your spouse finds out about it and they tell you to stop, right? But then you keep doing it. Why keep doing it if you already see that it's affecting your spouse?
don't know. It's just something that happened, bro. It's like you thinking of it as more of an emotional standpoint. Like, I'm stepping out on the relationship because I don't love you. I don't want to be with you type shit. But it ain't even nothing near close to that. It's just like, oh, well, I gotta see if I still got it type shit, or do motherfuckers still want me type shit. But it ain't like I really want to be with that person. It's just entertainment at the end of the day. Like, I don't give nothing about that person. I'm not finna lose my relationship over it. Like, it's easy to drop that, but it ain't easy to drop somebody you really love.
Interesting, very interesting. Do you think it was hard for you to stop doing that at one point in time? Just stop feeling like I need to see if I still got it, or entertaining, talking, and stuff like that, especially when your spouse had probably stated like, hey, this hurts me, this affects me. Do you feel like it was kind of hard for you to drop that?
Not really. No, because it's nothing to drop something that you really ain't on. Like, yeah, I might text somebody or did like that, but then like, oh, I'm finna go see this person. Like, it ain't really that serious. So you could drop it if you want to, but it's just like it's honestly like a mental thing on your own. Like, you feel some type of way about yourself to make you do stuff like that. But once you understand, like, I'm the shit in my own mind, you know what I mean? So it's like, you don't really need that validation if you on your own shit.
Understood. And so now I kind of want to piggyback on, like, you know, for you stated that you cheated. What was your reasoning in actuality for cheating in your end of your last marriage? Like, why did you step out?
I wasn't happy. I didn't want to, like I said, I kept to the point where I didn't want to be at home. So I found other things to do. Like, I'm not a go out type of person. I'm not a party club type of person. But I started doing that. I started going out. I started clubbing and stuff. So that's, to me, if I'm in a relationship, I'll let you know in the beginning. Like, if you see me start like going out and clubbing and trying to party and shit like that, something's wrong, because I don't do shit like that. I don't go out and stuff like that. So, but I didn't want to be at home. So I tried to find anything to do that made me be out the house. And that's why I met the other girl at clubs and parties and stuff like that. And that's how it went. But if I was happy at home, I'm cool with just being at home.
So you were saying that you weren't happy. Did you share that with your spouse and let her know that
multiple times. I let her know multiple times that I wasn't happy, multiple times that I was stressed out. At that time, I was taking care of 7, 8 people at the time.
Oh.
So
elaborate on that.
I was stressed out. It was me, her, my kids, all 3 of my kids, my sister's kid, my best friend at the time was staying there, my mom was staying there, like, and I'm taking care of everybody. Nobody working, nothing like that. Like, I'm taking care of everybody. I was stressed out. Let her know I was stressed out multiple times. And it was like, to me, in my head, she was saying she didn't specifically say this to me, but to me it was like, who cares? Like, you'll deal with it, man up, like, do what you got to do. So yeah, I worked and made sure I was good, make sure the house was good, make sure the bills was paid, make sure everything was good. But mentally, I was fucked up, and it seemed like nobody gave no fuck. So I started trying to find that shit somewhere else. And the female that I ended up talking to felt like she cared about how I felt at the time. So it just went that way.
So once you felt like she didn't give a fuck, you just basically say, shit, I don't give a fuck
either. But I shouldn't have did that. I should have just was like, fuck it, I'm good. Like, we gonna have to part ways. Because like I said, that just didn't do nothing but make it worse. But at that time, I was in my feelings. Shit, men getting their feelings too.
No,
so
there's nothing wrong
I was
with
in my
that.
feelings. I made the wrong decision. It is what it is at this point.
I'm happy you took accountability and just like in the sense of owned up to your mistakes.
Oh yeah, can't grow from it if I don't know what they is.
Do you feel like that you guys triggered each other, or one was carrying more of the toxicity than the other?
I wouldn't say that. I ain't gonna try to like put everything on her and she's just the worst person in the world. But I had my problems, she had her problems. Like I said, we had a lot of problems before we got married. The relationship problems, and like we was back and forth. I know her for like, we was together off and on for like 12 years. So it was like back and forth relationships. She was with other people, I was with other people when we come back and all that kind of shit. Like all that shit wrapped in one, and then we got married right after that. Never fixed none of the problems from the 11 years before that, but now we just, now we married. So that's the only regret. I ain't saying I wouldn't have been with her, but I wouldn't have got married to her without fixing problems that we had before the marriage.
Okay, so did she take accountability, or was it just mostly you?
I ain't gonna speak on her, but she does what she does, and she's still in her feelings about our situation. But I'm good. I'm way away from that. That ain't even my problem no more. How she feel in her situation, but she got to deal with her stuff just like I had to deal with mine.
Have you tried to give her, like, in a sense, even though you know you're not going to be with her, you know that you're not with her, have you tried to have some type of closure situation other than a divorce, like letting her know, like, I own up to my stuff, hey, you need to own up to yours, we made mistakes, but this is what it is?
Yeah, on multiple occasions. I've apologized. I've told her, like, I should have did this and I shouldn't have did that, and I know what faults I had, and I'm cool with being the big person and saying, I fucked up, I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did that. But at the end of the day, you can take it how you want, or you can either take it and grow from it, but I'm not gonna keep trying to like kiss ass at the end of the day. Like, I'm letting you know my faults and I'm growing from it, but I'm not gonna stay on your side if you don't want to grow from it. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Understood. So what was one toxic pattern you guys kept repeating over and over again, at least through the 11 years leading up to marriage? What was something?
Trying to be together. That was the only toxic pattern. Once it wasn't working the beginning, we should have just stopped trying. Like, we was trying and trying and trying and trying. It wasn't working. Then we got married. So like, it wasn't working the whole time. Then the marriage wasn't gonna work either. It's just how it was.
So what made you fight for the marriage instead of just walking away?
I had my kids.
So it was only the kids, nothing else?
If it wasn't for my kids, I probably wouldn't have got married to begin with. But once I was in the marriage, if it wasn't for my kids, but it honestly, like, we had kids way before we got married. If we wouldn't have had kids before then we probably would have never even got married.
Understood.
The cheering, y'all. It's the cheering. It's the cheering.
Yeah, everybody ain't like that though. But my kids, like I said, my kids is number one in my life. So I do anything for them, even if that means I'm not gonna be happy at the end of the day.
Did you ever see yourself as the Marion type? Honestly,
No. Honestly, when I was younger, I just said I was gonna have like kids everywhere and be fine with that.
Like multiply.
That was my biggest thing. Hey, I told my friends I want to have kids in like every state, and we good to go. I would have never got married
because every state.
My mom and my dad, they was divorced before I was even known they was married for real. I was like super young. I can't even remember a time where my dad lived with us for real. So I can't say I know what really marriage is. My mom never remarried after him. She had boyfriends, but other than that, she never remarried after him. So I ain't even never really thought about marriage. And to me, a marriage is something that if it wasn't for a woman wanting to be married, a man is not. Most men, there's some, but most men get married because the woman want to be married. Yeah, we love y'all and all that, but we don't got to get married to show we love y'all. We don't got to get married to show we gonna take care of y'all. It don't have to have a ring on your finger just for us to do what we supposed to do. That's something y'all want, so I can show your friends and be like, oh, I'm married, girl, and this and that. But that's fine and all dandy. But we don't need that validation. I don't need that validation to say, oh, I'm married. Oh, yeah, I'm married. That's cool and all, but it don't change nothing for me. I was doing what I need to do while we was in a relationship. When we married, I'm still doing the exact same thing that I need to do for the relationship. So it really don't change nothing for me, other than the fact that now I can say I'm married, but No men's go around to their friends and be like, oh, look at me, bro, I'm married. Don't nobody do that.
Why are you married now?
I'm married because I want to be with the person that I'm with right now. And I love her and I don't see myself with nobody else. So that's what she wants. That's what's going to make her happy. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, guys, do you hear that? Oh, God. Give me tissue, please. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, it's beautiful. Okay. It's beautiful. Okay, next question. All right. So, what did your arguments look like back then compared to current time with your new partner?
So back then, I'm not gonna say we had a lot of arguments, because one thing I've learned since I'm older now is that it's okay to tell your partner how you feel. Mm-hmm. Back then, it was like, I don't know, I don't want to feel soft by telling her like, oh yeah, I need help, I'm down, I need your strength and shit like that. But now I'm understanding as I got older, you gotta lean. If you can't lean on your partner, then who you gonna talk to? Who you gonna lean on? Like, but at that instant, I'm like, okay, I gotta take care of my kids. I gotta take care of this. I gotta take care of my mom. I gotta take care of my brother. I gotta take care of everybody else. Mm-hmm. I don't have time to be emotional. I don't got time to feel nothing for real. I just gotta do.
Take care of yourself.
But I'm learning now, like, even though I'm in a relationship, I still need to think about my mental health and my feelings and how things go for me. So I won't do no stupid shit. You know what I mean? So, because, I mean, everybody got dumb stuff in them, but if you holding stuff in, it just make you push everything down, and next thing you know, you're doing something stupid. Mm. So I've learned to express myself now. Back then, I probably didn't express myself as much as I should, or as correctly as I should, because I didn't know how. I didn't freaking grow up with nobody telling me it was okay to do that. I joined the military when I was 17, so it definitely wasn't okay to show emotion then.
That is major.
So it's like, I was taught to, oh, you gotta be a man, suck it up, don't pause, but don't don't be telling your feelings to everybody. Just hold it in and do what you gotta do as a man. That's what I was raised as knowing.
Tay, do you have any questions, my love?
Alrighty, I sure do. So, let me see. Oh, when did like the healing process kind of start for you? Did it really start like during like your mental checkout with her, or was it more once you completely got away?
Honestly, my healing didn't start. I ain't even gonna say my healing didn't start then. My healing started, honestly, when I got married again. Like, the partner I'm with now helps me heal the shit that I had going on back then, showing me something different that I needed to have that I didn't have back then. Once I was clear all the divorce and all that stuff, yeah, I can say I started healing, but not really, because at that point it's just like, I'm divorced, I'm on some wild shit now, I'm out in the streets. That ain't really no healing, because all you're doing is attaching your bullshit to somebody else. So like, as I'm getting older, now I'm 36, like, I'm realizing the type of things I want and the type of relationship I want, and it's a healing process every day. But of course I don't have the same scars as I did back then, but you got to be trying to strive to be better every day. So it's always a healing process.
So what did she do that helped you heal and trust more?
My ex-wife or my wife now?
Your current wife. You're saying that you started healing in your current
It's just patience. Like I said, I'm learning to be able to express my emotions and be able to let her know, like, I need this, or I need that, or this is what I need for me to be okay from you, and to have an open ear to like take that in and be like, okay, yeah, I do this for you so you could be good. Like, getting to know that person for real. Like, you don't really know somebody until you with them for real. Like, you can date all you want, you date that person for 12 years, but until y'all are really in it together, you really don't know that person for real until you really like You in there every day. You seeing everything. Your eyes wide open. You seeing every little piece of it. So you gotta really know that person and be like, okay, yeah, I can do this.
So,
Because I say it's different when you like not living with them, but once you're in the same facility 24/7, then it just like everything
That's a
just
different
opens.
person.
You know, third eye just you
Yeah.
know.
yes.
Woo.
So what advice would you give couples trying to pull their marriage out of toxicity or just pull their life out of toxicity?
I would say if you're not married, get yourself some counseling, especially you know, you done went through some stuff. Get yourself some counseling, work on yourself. It's okay to just be by yourself and make sure you're good. Because if you're not good to yourself, you're not going to be good to nobody else.
Hear that, America?
And if you already are married, I would say try the couples counseling, but really y'all need to just sit down and show y'all expectations. Tell each other y'all expectations. Let each other know that you need this and you need this. Don't just be expecting people to know what you want and expecting your man to understand everything you got going on in your head, because he ain't never gonna understand none of that shit. And he ain't gonna never be on your page, because your page is here and his page is really pretty simple. And you got a whole dictionary of stuff you need to go through. So just sit down and have them tough conversations for real. And don't nobody argue, don't nobody, you know, just listen. And active listening. Active listening is what it. Don't listen just to speak, but actively listen.
We have one more question. Baby girl Tay, go ahead and give it to him.
Go ahead, give it to him. Oh my goodness. Where do I start? Where do I start? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Now. So, all right. The question that I have for you is, so now that you're in your current, like, marriage at the moment, so would you basically say this is your last marriage? Like this is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know something.
Absolutely. Whether if it go good, which it is, if it go bad, still my last marriage. Not happening again. 2 strikes and you out. Not 3, not 4, not no. If it ain't work out for me the first 2 times, then it probably ain't gonna work out. So this is my last one. This is the one I'm putting my all into. This is the one I'm gonna make sure it's gonna be straight. Other than that, it's good.
You hear that, America? Okay.
So thank you for keeping it like so real and raw with us today. Like, we know healing is not the easiest, not the coolest, it's in people's eyes, but it's very much needed. But thank you for making this possible for us.
No problem.
Tay, we do appreciate everybody for listening.
Listening, tuning in.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, share, and follow. And
thank you for coming on, you know, giving us your opinion, your experience.
It's a beautiful time with Red and Tay.
thank you.
Thank you. We'll see y'all next time.
Episode. Let's